What is Megger? Megger is an instrument for measuring insulation resistance. Megger generates a high voltage to test the resistance of the insulation, etc. Why is it called Megger? Megger is a short form of meg-ohm meter. The meg-ohm meter was then called Megger, and the word became a trademark name. What is the other name for Megger? Insulation resistance tester. What are the two types of Megger? 1. Electronic type, battery operated. 2. Manual type, hand operated. What is Megger used to measure? The Megger is widely used to measure insulation resistance, example, between a wire and the outer surface of its insulation, as well as the insulation resistance of cables and insulators. What is the purpose of insulation resistance test? The main objective of using the Megger is to analyze and correctly apply the insulation tester in evaluating the level of insulation in equipment and electrical installations in accordance with the standard. Therefore, it is mandatory to test the insulation resistance before charging electrical equipment. This involves checking the integrity of both the conductors and insulators. In this way, the possibility of a short circuit or ground fault can be minimized. Otherwise, there is a danger to the lives of users or even the risk of an electrical fire in the equipment itself. What does insulation resistance mean? Insulation resistance is the resistance in ohms of electrical wires, cables, and devices. Insulation is used to protect electrical systems, such as electric motors, from accidental damage such as electric shocks or sudden discharges caused by leakage current in the wires. There must be no voltage in the circuits whose insulation resistance is to be measured. What are the two ways to measure insulation resistance? 1. Between power supply conductors connected to ground. 2. Between each pair of active conductors. What is the procedure for testing insulation resistance of motor? The motor has 3 windings, red, R, blue, B, and yellow, Y, and a case. Connect the probe from Megger to line, R, and the other to ground. After connecting the probes, press the button on the electronic Megger test or crank the manual Megger. If there is no problem, Megger should read an infinite insulation resistance value. If it reads 0, it means that the insulation resistance cannot withstand high currents. Repeat the process by connecting the probes to the other blue, B, and then yellow, Y, leads. Check the value of the insulation resistance so that we know whether the insulation resistance of the winding is good or not. What precautions should be taken when testing insulation? Never touch the cables during operation. Keep a safe distance. Isolate the electrical device before performing a test. Do not use the Megger if any part of it is damaged, as it will not be safe to use. It is recommended that you turn off the Megger and manually discharge the circuits after completing the tests before touching any connection or circuit. The test leads, including crocodile clips, must be in good condition. What are the applications of insulation tester? The electrical resistance of the insulator can be measured. Electrical systems and components can be tested. Winding insulation test, continuity test, battery test, relay, ground, etc. What are the advantages of Megger? The measurement accuracy is high. Its operation requires less time. Megger consists of a permanent magnet DC generator, source of supply, useful for many applications. It is useful to accurately measure the resistance of insulators. The Megger value indicates the damage of the insulation. So it is possible to detect bad or defective insulation. The Megger can measure resistance in the range from 0 to infinity. Therefore, It finds wide application in measuring the IR value of cables, motors, transformers, generators and almost all electrical equipment. Frequent measurement with the Megger provides information about the insulation resistance of electrical equipment such as motors, transformers, etc., and thus about their condition. Physical damage can be identified, which can lead to electric shock due to leakage. What are the disadvantages of Megger? There is an error reading the value when the external resource has a low battery sensitivity error. Error due to temperature variations. Testing with a hand-operated Megger requires two people. One to crank and the other to test. So more resources are needed. The accuracy of the hand-operated Megger is lower. The test voltage is not constant with a hand-operated Megger because the speed of cranking changes. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, share, comment. IIQA